Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Rockman No Constancy. We are already 4 bosses down, and that means that we have 4 to go before taking on Dr. Wily's castle. Rockman 2, it's really interesting because after Rockman 2, Rockman 3 is the one where you beat the 8 robot masters, and then you got the 4 Doc robot stages, and then you got Wily's castle, which was like 8 stages long. So compared to Rockman 2, Rockman 3 is actually significantly longer. And then after that, Rockman 4, 5, 6, they all had kind of the first castle where it's like, oh man, it's not Dr. Wily, but then the second castle where it's like, oh, it is Dr. Wily. So, but I think Mega Man 2, it's really a nice length. It's not too long. By today's game standards, I guess it's kind of short. People call it, artificial, length or something like that, where if you're getting game overs and having to replay stages, that's not real length. But I think that it's fun to kind of, if you're not having to retry some parts of a game, then you're doing something wrong. I did want to show it, though, before I forgot, because I'm really good at it, that this is the weapon we got in the last part, Clashman or Crashman's weapon. It's pretty decent, and you'll notice that we actually get a lot more of it than we do of Crashman's weapon in the original Rockman 2. I believe I made a mistake, though. And I think I said that it was Clashman's weapon in this game, which we're going to be using to break open those breakable walls, just like we did in Rockman 2. But that was actually not true. We actually used a fully charged Heatman shot to do that in this game. I guess I just had a brain derp there for a second and said the wrong thing. I don't think that we have accidentally not opened up any walls because of that, though. So I think we should be good. Also, Wind Slicer, again, just like the Metal Blade, you want it for this level, or you will never be able to get by that beginning part there, where, being able to kill everything in one hit is kind of good. I think there's a prize for us if we go up, so we'll use item 3 for one of its very few uses, and we are rewarded with another one up, and we are up to 3, including a 0. This game has a lot more 1-ups lying around than I remember. Back when I first played it. I mean, I know we've gotten some of them out of luck as well, but still, it's crazy. Also, I'm totally not going to risk this jump. Of course, it's Bubble Man stage, which means it has to have at least 3 billion spikes littered throughout the level. If this was a Super Mario World hack, it would most definitely be removed from Super Mario World Central due to Muncher/Spike overuse. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, there are just 1-ups everywhere, and I'm shocked that we are actually have as many lives as we have, considering it seems like at least once a video I do a pretty silly death. But wow, another 1-up. Like I was saying, it's been a little while since I played this hack. Just like it's not like Rockman 2, where I've beaten it at least a 3-digit number of times. Just because I love Rockman 2 that much, which it sounds kind of obsessive, kind of like Star Tropics. Again, I guess it's talking about the length isn't ridiculously long. So it's kind of fun to just pick up. Also, I should point out that there's kind of a current pushing us back here, which is why I'm going to do the wimpy thing here and just not risk it. Might as well just completely, avoid the hole if we can. Item 1 is just the greatest thing ever. But yeah, so it came out, this hack came out back around 2007, and since then I've beat it a decent number of times. Probably low double digit, I mean just like, around 10-ish maybe. It's something I play usually about every, once a year, sometimes maybe twice a year if I just get in the mood for it. I probably haven't, it probably doesn't look like that considering how terrible we've been doing at points. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. But what am I trying to get out of the story? There is a point to this story, I promise you. I'm pretty sure that the point of this story is that, oh yeah, I first played this hack back, I think it was around 2008, back in my high school days. And what happened was, the way I found it was I was actually supposed to be reading King Lear for English class. And, I was one of those people who was rather dubious regarding, the reason for why we were being forced to read Shakespeare. And as such, while I was supposed to be reading Shakespeare, I somehow found myself on YouTube, and I'm sure that's a situation nobody else has ever been in before. And while on YouTube and not reading King Lear, I came across a video of someone playing Rockman No Constancy. I was like, wow, that looks like a really freaking cool Rockman 2 hack. It doesn't even look like Rockman 2, that's super awesome. So I said, okay. So I watched a video or two of it. I didn't watch the whole Let's Play. I said, you know what? I need to go download this right now. And then I spent the rest of the night playing Rockman No Constancy, and then I still don't really know what happened in King Lear. And it hasn't really impeded my life's progress. to be completely honest with anyone. So there, this is Andrew's kind of theory as to, you know, maybe King Lear's not as useful as everybody thinks. But with that said, I don't think I really talked about Bubble Man stage at all, nor did I really talk about Bubble Man. I wanted to actually point out that I did like that it used Donkey Kong Land graphics. I thought that was pretty cool. From, I'm pretty sure it's Donkey Kong Land graphics from the underwater stages of Donkey Kong Land. But here we go with Metal Man stage, and as you can probably tell, it is Rockman. Man, it's because we're playing Rockman that I keep calling him Rockman and not Mega Man. I hate when names change between regions, seriously. Pocket Monsters, well, that's not really one that ever causes problems, but basically this is like that stage in Mega Man X2. And if we look at the weapon that we got from Bubble Man, it actually looks a lot more like something that you would get from Metal Man. It's this kind of upward arcing gear thing, which is pretty cool. It's actually a decent weapon. It's not going to like kill everything in one hit like Metal Blade usually does. It actually takes a significant number of hits there, but it's a cool weapon which we will put to some use. Wow, you're just being like force-fed extra lives here. I feel really bad because it's like I feel like I don't deserve them at all. How many E-Tanks? 3 E-Tanks. Pretty cool. We got Mentors. They take 2 hits to destroy in this ROM hack, which makes them a little bit tougher. I believe I've pointed that out already. We also have, you know, the flashing garbage of doom down there. And it's okay, we'll take a hit or two. I guess it's better than instantly falling down in a hole in case you know, something goes terribly wrong and we take damage, get knocked back. It also kind of hones in on on enemies, which is pretty nice. We're gonna want to save some of that for the boss. But yeah, okay, there's our 4th E-Tank. The problem is though, can I get it and then jump back up without falling into the mess of doom? Is there any way, because of the kind of the angle, there's no way I can really use item 1 to help me out here, or any of the items for that matter. Okay, you really have like a kind of 50-50 shot at that. Also, this guy, I've never had any luck in killing him before he inevitably destroys you at the right side of the screen, so I usually just jump over him, which again, I feel so bad for kind of abusing item 1, but I guess we just gotta do what we've gotta do. Can we use this to destroy this guy? Yes, we can. There we go. Okay. It doesn't even look like there's a ladder here. It's covered up by the thing. I don't think that the original Mega Man series ever did that. So yeah, I mean, it even kind of feels like the intro stage of Mega Man X2. Where, I mean, it originally looked like it was supposed to be based off of the final stage of Mega Man X2, which is also another stage of Mega Man X2. The boss's name, of which I do not remember, but now it kind of looks like the intro stage where you do that vertical section, then you're kind of in that cave area. Oh yeah, like it's these things that appear in the final level of Mega Man 2 that were totally not an issue in that Let's Play because of the kind of trick that we executed. Also bats. But am I the only one who has a somewhat kind of problem remembering Mega Man X boss names? I mean, it's so simple in the original Mega Man games because everything is just like something man. And you can basically just, you know, remember what their stage was like, remember what their attack was like, and be like, oh yeah, that was Fire Man. That was Metal Man. That was Wood Man. But then it's like, you get to Mega Man X, and they're all named after, like, animals, most of which I don't even really know. I mean, I'm really good at the original Mega Man X boss names, because that was the one that I played the most as a kid, and I really grew up with that one. I also had Mega Man X2 as a kid. But I didn't nearly... I got it much later, much after Mega Man X1. And Mega Man X3 I didn't even play until I got the, not the Anniversary Collection, but the Mega Man X Collection, because it was pretty obscure, which is, you know, it's funny to think that a game from such a popular series can be so obscure. But wow, I'm just really good at going on tangents today. My whole point here, yeah, why not, is that Mega Man X bosses, like, they always slip my mind, like, with the exception of Mega Man X1, just because I played it so much, like, you know, Flame Mammoth, Chill Penguin, Spark Mandrill, Armored Armadillo, they're pretty obvious, and they're pretty easy for me to remember, for whatever reason, but when it comes to, like, the rest of them, I find they just get kind of obscure, and I have a really tough time remembering what the bosses' names are. Like, I can remember the weapon they give you, I can remember, like, what their stage was like, but I can't remember their specific names. Like, I remember there's, like, something Grizzly in Mega Man X5. I actually quite like Mega Man X5 and should totally play it someday, because I don't think I've ever done that on my channel. But here we have Metal Man, who, his stage is, or his room is kind of weird, there's the bump in the middle, but overall, in this hack, if you have the special weapons, you're pretty okay. Yeah, like I said, it's the stages which really have the potential to do you in, but overall, I think that this was a pretty good video. And with that, we are down to the final two. In my Rockman 2 Let's Play, we left Quickman and Clashman for last, so this time we have Quickman and Woodman, which is kind of surprising, because people probably don't think much like Woodman should be one of the bosses left until the end, although he is. And he's actually who we're going to be doing last. I'll spoil it and say that Quickman is next. Will Quickman's stage be as evil as it is in the original game with all these, bars of doom coming across the screen? Considering this is a Japanese ROM hack that, wants to crush your soul, very likely. So in the next part, we will check that out. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time when we take on the final two Robot Masters. So thanks, and see you then.